Hello guys, this is Model R3102 here, back again on layout. This is part 2 of my layout update, as you want to call it. Part 1 was talk about pretty much Train Fest from yesterday and what I all bought, and some of the things that I pointed out special about the train show from yesterday. Now I'm here to talk more about the layouts and stuff, what I've gotten in the past, possibly, if I can remember. It's been such a long time. Explain some happenings that have happened with my locomotives and stuff, and rolling stock. So and what's all new on the layout. So let's get started. First thing that you will notice is that I cannot remember if I did this in the March video or not, but I decided to create like a little spur right here. I took out a 9-inch track right there, and then I created a spur to store more freight cars and have like more industry, so then my small yard isn't more crowded. So that's that. Picked up some new freight cars in the past, since the last update. I got more in the back. I know back in August I went to Engine House Services to pick up a couple things. I know I picked up an Intermountain, no, not an Intermountain, an Athearn Genesis SD70 in the Illinois Central. It is not equipped with tsunami sound. I plan on taking it to BradleyDCC in the near future and get it installed with ESU Loc sound. I also picked up another Scale Trains crude oil car. Also picked up Athearn ready to roll BCOL freight car, box car, and some Scale Trains, more Scale Trains intermodal containers. I know last train show I was a part of for Mile Railroad Club, which was Strawberry Fest. I picked up this Canadian National gondola. I know I also picked up from one of my club members for $5 is this Burlington Northern Auto Rack. For some reason it lost its screw on the layout that weekend, so I'll have to find a replacement screw for that. Oh yeah, back in July August we had a summer picnic for the club, and we had to guess in like a little bag like how many sets of axles, wheel sets there were in a bag, and I picked like 470 or something like that, and I was the closest in the 451, so I won this Wisconsin Valley Railroad kit. I've been slow putting it together, although here's the thing, I'm not the best at kits. Although the only kits I for sure know to do is the Scale Trains one, and those are super easy to do. I've also forgot to mention that the AccuRail ones were kits as well. So that's that. I also picked up, I think, a operator tank car from Scale Trains within that time period. I think it was the second to last time I was at Engine House back in April, I think. And that's that. I also would like to talk about some locomotives I have sent in to BradleyDCC and other locomotive projects that have been done. When I was at Train Fest yesterday, I sent in my Athearn Genesis SD70 M-2, my Cian, my first of two Cian M-2s. This was the only one of the two that did not have sound installed at factory. And one of TCS's deals was to show you how to install a WOW kit in a locomotive that you brought in. So I paid $97 beforehand to have a locomotive installed by TCS and get demonstrated how that's done. This locomotive still has its original incandescent bulbs and stuff. Now, here's the thing. If some of you may know this, now, because my DCC system was a little funny yesterday, with all the functions and stuff. Now, I have a Zephyr Extra, and I have a Digitrax DT402 throttle that sometimes has been plugged into the system, and for some reason, the functions don't respond that quick with on the 402 throttle, and I have to take out the 402 throttle hooked into the Zephyr Extra to now like have like a quick response to like the functions like most decoders do. So I had to reset the factory decoder and stuff. And now the guy from TCS, he accidentally on accident yesterday flip-flopped the motor wires on the locomotive, so forward was reverse, reverse was forward. I changed that with CV29, but for some reason the headlight, when I have it in forward, the locomotive, the headlight would turn on in the reverse position, and when I'm in reverse, the headlight is on forward. Right now the headlight is on forward, so that means my locomotive is in reverse. I know you can change it with audio assist and stuff, but I have to figure out what goes where, because Athearn does not label its wires well. So I gotta figure out like how to like get these front headlights on when I am in forward, and my reverse ones on when I'm in reverse. Now I changed CV29 to a value of 35, which would make whatever, so to make things now forward is forward and reverse is reverse, because the polarity of the motor was vice versa when it was originally installed. But that's that. Enough said. Now on to the BradleyDCC locomotive talks. Straight ahead is an Atlas Wisconsin Central GP40 that I've had since 2013. Had engine house service installed, Tsunami, and I decided to have ditch lights installed front and rear on this locomotive from BradleyDCC that he installed for me. And he also put like his own LEDs in and a Soundtrax current keeper, because if I can, I'd like to have all of my locomotives installed with sound, especially the Tsunami ones, to have a current keeper or a TCS Keep Alive in. So that has a Soundtrax current keeper in with front and rear ditch lights. Both ditch lights come on when the headlight comes on. So that's that. My took in another locomotive to BradleyDCC back in spring, summer. Got it back in about August or so. July or August, I think it was August. This Athearn Genesis SD6DM. As you can tell, the unit was originally number 8197 with the Tsunami factory decoder in, but I asked for custom weathering and renumbering of the locomotive to what's now the 1474, along with a TCS Keep Alive installed in the locomotive. And then the last thing that I've so far taken into BradleyDCC is this, if my camcorder would like to focus, okay, good, is this MTH BNSF Givo number 7033. It came DCC ready. I asked to get ESC Loc sound installed in the locomotive, along with custom weathering, like the other locomotive I showed you, and then I also requested a TCS Keep Alive installed. So let me show you a clip of what the Jivo sounds like. Now, pardon for the messy layout I have right now. It's quite a bit of a disaster, but here's the startup of the MTH Jivo. So I'll put it in reverse to show you the headlight, ditch light, and number boards better. And if you haven't seen BradleyDCC's new video on one of his new videos on the new Jivo 12 prime mover, ESU recorded a second prime mover for the Jivo, along with some new horn recordings as well. So I would like to show you that. This is a new Jivo prime mover. This has ESU, the new full throttle feature that ESU is offering. I haven't really tested it out yet, but I can tell it's sick. So let's turn on the bell. And here's the horn. Now let's go in reverse. Alright, so let me zoom in on the locomotive. Here is the headlight. Oh, that's, now you got the headlight. Number boards at 5. You may be able to see that, and ditch light. And then when I blow the horn, they should not flash. I am very impressed with how BradleyDCC has worked on this locomotive. It is super impressive. I'll have to test out the full throttle feature during another time, and so on and so forth. But I am super happy with whatever work he's done for me the last few months. I know I've only sent in 3 locomotives to him for work, but all 3 times I have been more than happy with the results, and just the job he does with not just my locomotives but for everyone else that he does work for is super damn impressive. If you have the time and don't want to waste your energy on doing the work that he does, I'd suggest you get a quote from him, request one, go from there. I know I've asked for multiple quotes from him in the past, and I have been super impressed with what he's done for work wise. So that's it, I have to say, for purchases wise. So other than that, I don't think I have much to say else. So there you have it, my MTH Jivo. If you guys want to hear a listening of my Athearn Genesis M-2 with TCS wow sound, you may just hit me up with a comment, and I'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.